So we're back with another day. I think this is day 11 inside this little series. I don't know how long I'm going to go on for, but I'm absolutely loving doing this. And today I'm going to talk to you about something. I know I did mention I'd talk about conversion today, but after a little bit of reflecting, I've got something that's actually more important and more useful for all of you. Something that I've been thinking quite hard about recently, and I think lots of you will benefit from it. So yesterday, I spoke on stage at a aesthetics event. So aesthetics businesses, giving them marketing and sales advice on stage. And after the talk, the feedback that I got, people obviously love the information, they love the tactics, people always do. But that wasn't the thing that stuck with me. The thing that stuck with me, and it's the thing that stuck with me after all these videos, all the content that I've done over the years as well, is the relatability. So one of the skills, and it is a skill, it's a skill to practice, it's a skill that I've developed over a number of years, and I'm still not perfect at it, is finding a way for people to be able to relate to your message. So time and time again, I hear people talk on stages, I see people posting on social media, and what they're creating is useful, right? 100%, it's good information. The problem is, and the reason why it doesn't perform very well, is because they don't understand how to get other people to relate to it. And there are things that you need to think about when it comes to that. And I'll do that in another video, but I want to talk you through the concept of this today so you can start putting it into practice, or at least start being a bit more conscious of it, because it literally is the difference maker. It is the thing that has set me up for the last few years, no matter what business it is that I've turned my hand to. And it starts with understanding like the core message that you've got, and then finding the ways to be able to talk about it at a level which everybody understands, and then you slowly bring them along with you, right? That's the thought process behind it. And people seem to think on social, right, that you need to have big audiences to win. You need to have hundreds of thousands of views. There's always this big viral mentality. And I'm like, I've never needed millions of views. We've got them, don't get me wrong. But actually, if you look at like this YouTube channel, if you look at my LinkedIn, my Instagram, I reach more people than most on the platform. Maybe like 30,000 people, 40,000 people a week on LinkedIn on a standard week without any outperforming posts. I on Instagram do the same thing, between 5 and 10,000. These videos here, nothing. But even when the views are lower, the thing that makes the difference for me is the fact that I'm talking to the right people about the right things, and I'm getting more of the right people hearing me communicate, hearing me talk, hearing my messages, hearing how passionate I am about what I do. And this is the big lesson, really. You're not looking for hundreds of thousands of clients, customers, leads. You're not looking for thousands and thousands of them. The majority of you watching this probably want 2 to 5, maybe like a week maximum, maybe 2 to 5 a month, some of you. The bigger businesses that I work with, so like the Fortune 500 companies, completely different. So if you're one of those people watching this and you work for a company like that, very, very different. But the majority of you watching this will be smaller businesses, and you're not looking for huge number of customers. And so for me, it's about ignoring the metrics for a certain time frame and just focusing in on getting your core message out there and what you believe in out there in a way that other people are going to relate to. So talking about why you feel the way that you do, how you form the perspective. Like, I have done this for so many years now. I've watched so many people like talk about what it is that they do, giving advice on tactics and things that they've done. And I look at it and I'm like, that's not the reason that you've won. There are so many, like Alex Hormozi is a great example of this. If you actually look at the tactics that he deploys, it's business 101. It's nothing, there's no rocket science behind it. But what's giving him the positioning power, if you don't know who he is, by the way, just go Google him, you'll see what he's done. But it's his story. It's the background that he's got. Anyone can give the advice that he gives. There's probably people out there that teach it better. But because of what he's done, where he's been and what he's achieved, other people resonate with it more, they connect with it more, and therefore more people are interested in it. That's how it's grown. And so what you have got to think about, and I've done this growing and doing hundreds of millions in sales of all customers, tracked revenue from customers. Like, we've done this and we've given away so much information, and the reason why we've been able to do this for 10 years is because every single week I'm at least sharing something that's talking about how we're doing it at a level that other people connect to. So a very, very simple one today, but I want you to have a think about the way that you produce your content online, the way that you share your message online and also offline, and look at the conversations that you're having. Like, put the effort in to find ways to be able to get other people to relate to you, because when you do that, you're going to have better conversations, you'll have more engagement, and there's so much psychology out there that you can go and research for it. If you have any questions that you can ask me, like I've got like written guides on this, and I've got a social selling guide that talks about psychology. So if you want that, just put like guide in the comment or something, and I will send that over to you. But yeah, it covers off like how to be relatable online, like the core things that you need to be talking about, the core things that you need to be thinking about. And my journey, it was a big realization yesterday, right? I'll do it in my webinars that are coming up. I've got one on Thursday. I've got another couple of talks next week when I go to Automicon that I'm going to be having like privately with people. Like that is all about how do I get people to connect with me, relate to me, want to work with me, and it has served me so well. So a little bit of a different one today, shorter than yesterday, but something to reflect upon for you if you're watching these and you're following along on my journey. I think about this stuff a lot. How can we get more people to relate and connect to what it is that we're trying to say? Because if you can learn how to do that, you will find generating business online and offline just so much easier. Have an amazing day. I'm off to the gym and I will see you all soon. Thank you very much. Goodbye.